Hello and welcome to Geeks of the Round, discussion of American Horror Story, Season 3, Episode 2. I'm not saying the title of this one. I'm not doing it. Johan, tell them what it's called. It's called Boy Parts.
Boy Parts, yeah, okay. I honestly forgot the name of the episode when you put that on me.
It's called, Boy Parts, yeah.
Yeah,
which is,
boy.
it's kind of, the title is getting really stupid now.
Yeah, the first episode was titled Bitchcraft. I mean,
Which
yeah,
made sense and kind of funny, but...
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, is this really the tone you're going for with this show, or are you trying to be a little more serious with it?
Yeah.
I don't know that they're trying to be all that serious. I think I'll forgive the names because...
Yeah, and that's why I keep saying they gotta put fucking Bruce Campbell on the goddamn show.
Anyways.
Sorry. I'm hoping one of the producers or someone who works on the show will see this and be like, you know what? He's got a point. We should put Bruce Campbell on.
Just go to petition.com and make it happen.
Oh,
I mean,
wow,
come on. Could you think of a better genre actor to be in this show? I can't.
I still don't think he will fit.
Well, I think
I still don't think because
maybe, but
the tone
I
is
really
not right.
No, these are like world-class actors and actresses. I mean, yeah, they got the young ones who aren't so great, but I don't know.
Whatever.
Whatever. Greatness. You've got greatness, and you've got not so greatness, but there's no real cheese in there. And I think he would bring cheese.
All right, whatever, guys.
Yeah. Now getting back to the episode itself, before we go on to Bruce Campbell again, the second time again.
Johan's going to rage quit. He's gonna punch his computer screen.
Anyways. With his beard.
Let's just...
I'm gonna punch it with my beard. Yeah.
Let's just briefly discuss what tonight's episode was about. Basically, they made a Frankenstein out of pieces of those frat guys and the head of Evan.
Kyle.
Yeah, whatever the hell his name is. I don't know. I know Kit.
Kyle Spencer.
I know Tate. He's Kyle this time, so is Tate.
Yeah, Kyle
Kit,
Spencer.
Kyle.
Wait, his name is Taint?
No, it was Tate.
No,
Tate.
Tate in season 1.
Yeah. And this one.
Now Isaiah's gonna rage quit. Isaiah's gonna rage quit over Johan's insanity. He's like, what's wrong with this man? His beard has driven him to madness. His beard is actually Cthulhu.
Hey, how did you figure that out?
I used my bitchcraft.
Oh, that'll do it.
But Isaiah, you're trying to say something through Johan's maddening laughter, mad-end laughter.
Yeah, Evan Peters plays as Kyle Spencer. I hope I said his last name right, but and they bring him back like the old Frankenstein fashion. And here, his acting was pretty much better than the students as well, which I'm gonna get into really quickly now on that one. He didn't say one word at all when he came back to life, which was really, really good. Hard to pull off, by the way, for actors themselves. He just grunted. He had a lot of body and facial expression that what a person would go through if they come back from the dead, which was very good. I like that the most because Kyle became one of my favorite characters to watch, next to the other main actresses, the witches that put it like that. And this is where the point where it gets into the issue I have with this show. Kate Bates. Angela Barrett. I said her last name wrong. And the other one, thank you, Bassett. And the other one who's pretty much, headmistress. I forgot her real name, Jessica
Lange.
Thank you, Jessica Lange. Those three lovely ladies acted and played the characters very well than I thought. Very, very well. And pretty much was the highlight of the whole show. While the students who were supposed to be the main center of the show didn't do much of nothing.
Well, they're not. They're never the center of the show.
Right, and that's what the unbalanced. When you ever had those three people on screen, it's amazing. But when you have the students on screen, it's really, really dry or boring at times. I'm not going to say they're bad. I'm just saying like the writers can't do anything interesting or unique with them.
I could agree. I could agree with that to a certain extent. I wish they would show more of Precious's character.
Yeah, I was about to say she is actually probably my favorite of the students. Precious and
Yeah, same here.
Queenie is her name, and
Yeah.
Queenie.
what the hell is her name in this one?
Uh,
Pretty girl from season 1.
Oh my goodness.
Nan.
Can we just call
Nan.
her Pretty Girl and call that a day?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wish they would focus a
Yeah,
little more on
yeah.
those two instead of the
Nan
Yeah, 'cause
and
they have-
Queenie.
instead of the snobby
Yeah, because they're
bitch
powder.
and her you know her
Boring friend.
Which, by the way,
boyfriend.
speaking of Pretty Girl, it was an awesome scene. I thought when she was sitting there and she was like, I can't take it anymore. It's so noisy in here, so noisy, and she runs
Yeah.
upstairs, and then she's like, shut up, you're thinking or you think too loud, or something like that, and she just took the restraints
The
off
gag
of
off.
Kathy Bates, yeah, and she's like, get out, get out.
That was
So-
that made me laugh so hard. Like, are you serious?
Yeah, I like that scene.
Yeah, yeah, no, that was a good one.
And
Yeah, no,
Queenie's
I think-
how Queenie. Oh, you're right.
No, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say that. No, yeah, and that was a cool scene when they had that flashback sequence with Precious when she was working at the chicken place,
Yeah,
and she sticks her
I like
arm
that
in
a
the.
lot.
Yeah, that was a cool scene. So yeah, again, I
It was
wish they would
realistic, by the way.
Yeah. It looked really good.
So she does not get hurt when she does these things. So like when
Right.
she threatened to slit her own throat, would that have not hurt her but killed the girl she was threatening?
Yeah, I think it has to be like she's doing physical
I
harm
think
to
so.
herself.
Or
which
would
is
the
to them.
throat slit? I mean, there's a question there. I
Yeah.
hope they.
Yeah,
Does she
I
have
wonder-
regenerative
It's a big gap.
healing abilities?
I
That's a
don't. I
gap in
think she just.
her powers.
I think she just. If she can focus it, she just whatever damage she does to herself, it doesn't affect her. It just affects the other person. Like.
Yeah.
Right.
But
it's like,
but,
it's
but
like
she's
reverse
unaware
kinetic
of
energy,
it.
Reverse
Yeah.
kinetic energy.
Like when Queenie unties Kathy Bates and Kathy Bates knocks Precious
No,
out with the
it's
candlestick.
Nan untied her.
She untied.
Yeah,
her.
yeah. She untied her and
Pretty
then
girl.
she ran out and she hit Precious over the head with the candlestick. You know, it knocked
Yeah, I
her
was
out.
yeah.
Yeah. But I
Which
thought
I got confused.
I
like,
thought,
what?
yeah, I thought Kathy Bates was gonna knock herself out by doing that, but apparently it knocked her out.
Right.
So I think her power only works when she does it or she knows that she's about to do it. You know.
Or when it's
Or
planned.
threatening someone.
Yeah, when it's planned exact towards someone exactly. Yeah.
I mean, you could
Right.
drop a voodoo doll, as long as it's not, designated, I'm sure it's not going to hurt anything.
Yeah.
It's like a blind side, really. Like, you catch her on a blind side, she can't pretty much do nothing.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I think that's what's going on with her powers.
Now, what about powers? We're not really getting too much of an exploration of powers, which I guess is a pretty good thing. We basically have like, what is it, telekinesis, where you can move objects. We've got some of
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
Telekinesis,
Telepathicness.
mind reading.
There's some resurrection shit, as we could see.
Yeah.
Right.
that
And
too.
then there was Rogue's powers.
Yeah. Oh, and they
It's
are
just a
working
little
with the
random.
devil, right? They are working with the devil to make this magic, because isn't that how they got the boy back? Wasn't
Yeah.
that, like, the flames of hell coming
Yeah.
through the pentagram on him?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, they work a lot with the devil.
So I wonder if any
Yeah,
of
it was,
that
like,
could
really
come into
weird.
play.
I think it will.
Yes and no. Yes, because of the headmistress and how she's dealing with Kathy Bates' character, they might dabble in some more devilish ways, which might be more interesting. And no, because they're gonna deal with the witch, the witch. I how to say this people, but the witch or the other southern witch. Well, like that. I'm gonna say it like
The
that.
voodoo priestess.
The voodoo witch. There we go.
Mm.
Yeah, and who does
Well,
more?
there's gonna be that
southern-
war, but
more
when-
southern, more.
Because obviously there's gonna be a question of where do the powers get drawn from? I mean, if it was signified that the witches do have some sort of pact with the devil, or if it's saying in this universe there is a devil, but the voodoo priestesses, they learned their powers from shaman, you know?
Yeah.
So
And that was a good. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I just want to say, would that be a different source of magic, like not from the devil?
Now, I would really like to see that aspect in the show. I would really like to see them explore more like shamanism and stuff like that. You know, that would be really cool, I think.
Yeah, because Jessica's character and Angela's character had a really nice dialogue about the source of their powers and how one took one source from another and used it. Like, let me give an example. Like Elvis stealing rock and roll from the Southern people. Put like that whole scenario.
Right.
And it was going to some deep dialogue, like how do you sustain your beauty, how do you sustain your youth, nonsense, blah 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 blah. And so I might say like I'm gonna say like in my point of view, they're saying like they got that shaman nonsense from the Southern and use it as witchcraft into more. They use part of devil worship to make it their own. However, it's gonna get more complicated with time goes on with how to use their powers and how to use these types of witchcrafts. So it's like it's
right.
Because the main source I think is the voodoo type, but when it transferred to the witches, they use more Delos worship to make it their own style.
Yeah, and we get a strong. Sorry, I just want to make a point real quick. We get that strong sense in the show that there is a separation of magic. You know, like we get the sense that the voodoo people are, you know, they have their own practices and ways of obtaining their powers without the devil. Exactly. But in the witches, they rely on, you know, the devil and demons and all that stuff to get their powers from.
Right.
And that's why I asked the question, is because you're essentially, if there are two different, like if there's multiple sources of where people draw their magic, when they said there's a war coming, I'm wondering, is it going to be some big grand war of like ancient and unknown forces, or is it going to be a smaller, more personal war against just two factions who all source from the same thing? Like if they all get their power from hell, or if all of their, you know, if all their magic is black or whatever, you know, does that mean that, you know, we're just going to have a little personal, like I said, factions? Is it going to be a faction war, or is it going to be a big war? To me, it sounded like this season's going to lead into some big war, but now it's feeling like factions. Well, no, if they're separate sources, like from shamans and from like the devil or whatnot, then that would make for a big war. If they're both from the same source, then that would make for a smaller war.
And with that being said, and with that being said, if there's any producers of the show out there watching this right now, listen, I'll forgive you for no Bruce Campbell, but put in a kick-ass shaman warrior, and I'll be happy.
I think they already got that already. I think they got like Angela Bates' lover, who was the Minotaur, which I'm confused on that part. I
hated that. Like, I'm sorry. I just want to throw it out there
right
I did
away. Too.
I hated that.
Yeah.
Why is he still like
so
that? Look, if Kathy Bates has no magic, if she was just a wicked woman who did wicked things, then what's the most she could have done? She put the mask, this bullhead, on the guy. What, did she sew it around him? So unfucking sew it. Snip it off and the guy will have scars. I don't understand why 100 and something years later he's still wearing a Minotaur head.
And I don't know why he's now turned into an actual Minotaur. Because it seems like now the head has actually become his own, and now he is a Minotaur.
Yeah, I thought that was really lame.
That was
stupid.
It was so lame. It was like, why'd you chain him up in the first place? And then did he get back to insanity, or did he lose it? Or there was not much detail.
It's like he's a monster now. All he did, it's just some crazy lady put a mask on him. That's all that really happened.
Yeah.
Like I said,
she did nothing. Right.
She did. They didn't have grafting technology, so it's not like she fused it to his face or anything.
She just put a hollowed out bull's head on him over his.
Maybe stitched it to his flesh. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But they didn't even show that. But
no, once Angela Bassett came along and gave Kathy Bates the immortal poison and buried her in the ground, I mean, clearly the guy hadn't been taken for so long. He must have been up there wearing a bull mask for a week or two. Yeah, he got his pancreas cut up a little bit. He got his flesh splayed, but I don't understand what turned him into a monster. Was it Angela Bassett who turned him into a monster?
Yeah, did she turn him into a Minotaur
afterwards? If she did that, it wouldn't make any sense either. Like, why?
Yeah, kind of wouldn't. Or maybe she did it. Maybe she did it because he fucked that lady's daughter. And she did it to punish him.
Yeah. It's. I really don't like the Minotaur. I really don't think.
But we found out that it was the daughter who forced herself onto him. She was
implied. That's what he said.
Well, no, I was actually reading. I was reading an article about the character that Kathy Bates plays, and she was real. She was actually based on a real woman like that from
I think Angela Bassett's character is as well.
Yeah, but the thing is, from what I was reading, I'm sorry, Isaiah, but I just want to say real quick. But I just want to say real quick.
I think he called you Ididida. I'm just saying.
All right. But as I was saying, but in the shut up, Todd. In the article,
tell us what that article said.
In the article that I was reading about the show and about these characters, is that Kathy Bates' character was based off a real woman from back then, and that her daughter, and everything down to her daughters, and it was actually accounted for that her daughters really did push themselves onto the house slaves. So that was true in the show.
And did she really get killed by another person who poisoned her? Was that part of it true as well?
No, you fucking.
Oh, who knows? What the fuck? Who knows? Joseph poisons.
Oh, maybe she got poisoned.
I thought you woman.
I don't know.
But get to that. I really like.
Not immortal.
Like that.
Oh, I thought you meant the whole mortal thing. I was like,
dong.
Yeah, I was like, come on, no.
I like that flashback scene about Kathy Bates' family being killed, and it was pretty much like karma itself. That was a really good scene, and how she had a great scene with Jessica's character as well. Like how because we know Kathy Bates is a monster, but you kind of feel sorry for her, and very sorry for her, because she says she loved her family, even the ugly one, which took me back. Like, are you serious? You call her the ugly one? Yeah, I still loved her, but I still love it as nothing. I still loved her as the same. But that was kind of touching as too. Like, that was really good. And then that one last scene, they said when Jessica said she will kill her, but she needs something out of her first, which was really telling.
Yeah, basically saying like, I run you. And it's funny how this woman who was a slave master and stuff, like she basically she accepted her role as slave now. And she's like, yes, ma'am, I thought that was a cool scene, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I really like that scene. Okay. It's like, hey, it's payback, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, but one point of contention, sorry, Johan, one point of contention about when her family died. I thought her reaction was a little illogical for somebody so evil. Yeah, she would feel the pain. Well, so yeah, the conversation with Jessica Lange later would make sense, but her breaking down in tears in front of her enemy didn't make sense, because somebody that evil, I think, would never show their hurt, that they would never give that to their enemy, I would think.
But in that sense, you have evil people who think they're doing like it's like in the culture where they don't see nothing wrong with what they're doing. Unlike some other people who think it's very wrong. So she, in her mindset, she didn't really see what she was doing was evil or anything like that. But when it's like, as I say, like, okay, she's an evil monster, but she doesn't really know it, or she thinks she's doing something. I kind of
see what you're saying, because that would make sense to what I said, how easy she was to fall in line and accept her way as slave by, to Jessica Lange, when she said, yes, ma'am, when she knew her place at that point.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, that's her world, and that's, whether it is quote unquote right or wrong, which is obviously not a question for her. It's not a question of right or wrong for her. It's just a question of what is for her, I guess. Like, that is the way of the world to her.
Yeah, and she doesn't. And she said in her own dialogue, she doesn't want to live anymore. She really wants to die because she has.
Are you a witch?
She has pretty much nothing.
Can you kill me?
That was a stupid question too. Like, are you a witch? Are you serious? Are you serious? Like, all that. I mean, she found you in the ground, and she did it was just so stupid question. Like, are you a witch? Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah. I don't know.
Let's switch gears. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, there's a little stuff like that in the show that you also just kind of go like, ugh, too.
Like which part?
Like when she goes, "Are you a witch?"
When
No.
she asked that question.
Oh, yeah.
And shit like that. Yeah.
That was so stupid.
Well, what do you guys?
Yeah.
Speaking of stupid, I want to know. What do you guys think of? How did you feel about Lana Winters from season 2, whatever her name is in this one, the herbologist witch, the one with the herb factory,
Right.
the one who's trying to get pregnant. When you saw that her husband, is fully aware of her world and is just a regular guy, did you like that, or did it feel a bit like teenage Sabrina Witch or Charmed or something? Because I was sort of somewhere in the middle. I'm not sure. I kind of thought it was really cool, but I also kind of thought it was lame.
Yeah,
I'm very confused on that.
Yeah.
I don't know how I like
lame.
I thought it was bullshit. It was
Yeah.
really bullshit in my book. It's like
It's a
you were saying
pointless
about-
subplot.
Well, we don't know yet.
seriously.
That's true. It could turn into
I find
something
it
bigger.
Well, remember that? Yeah, that's what he said about the alien plot. And guess what happened?
Hey,
Nothing.
you know what I noticed? There's always a fucking baby. There's always a child
Yeah.
being born in every season of this.
And here's another interesting thought. In last season, her character was trying so hard to get an abortion. This season, she's trying so hard to get pregnant.
Right, it's like ironic.
Yeah, irony. But
But there's no Zachary Quinto. I need Zachary Quinto. We need him in this show.
I think he's coming. I think he signed up. Yeah, no, he's definitely coming because they love him. I mean,
wait, who? I'm sorry, who are you talking about?
Zachary Quinto.
Oh,
Siler.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah, is he coming back this season?
I hope.
Yeah,
he was a great
I'm
actor
almost
in, season
positive
2.
I read he did. I'll look right now. Why don't you guys? What's your absolute most favorite thing so far about this series? What's really exciting you the most that you're looking forward to next week? You know what I mean? And that you're looking forward to continue with all season and explore.
I just want to see a big magic war.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say a big penis.
Shut up, Todd. That's what you want to see.
I want to see more. I want to see more of more Queenie and Nad. I hope I said her name right. Sort of subplots or more of the story developed more than the other ones, because I forgot Zoe and the star, the spoiled starlight bitch, whatever. Sorry, folks. Their storyline is very getting dry compared to the other ones. Because the other two were more
Zoe, it's Zoe and no, not Cordelia. Cordelia is the other woman. Zoe and what the hell is her name?
It was just a star chick or reject or whatever. Because I thought they were cool until I looked at the other students. Like, okay, the other students are way cooler than them. Like, they have more character development there and more. Well, this hasn't been explored yet. With them, it's just blah.
Yeah. And what's her face is starting to get on my nerves a bit. You
mean Zoe?
The snobby girl, the actress.
Oh yes. Yeah. She's like, her jokes ain't funny.
Her jokes aren't funny. I just hate that whole prissy, fucking cuntish attitude. Excuse the word. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I don't know. She's the type of character I just want to see get shot in the face. Like, honestly, I just want to see her face get blown apart with a shotgun.
Okay, ladies out there, we do not condone or violence towards women. We do not know Johan like that. And just in case we get any hateful emails, send it to him.
Look, I don't condone I do not condone violence against women at all. I'm just saying. She's a witch, so obviously.
Yeah, I know.
She's a witch, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You know, it's funny. I step away for 1 second to read an article, and all of a sudden there's disclaimers, and Johan's insulting all womankind.
No, I wasn't.
The whole place falls to pieces.
Shut up, no. Ladies, I am all for equality and feminism. Do not confuse what I just said for all of you. No. I am all for equality. Please.
Geeks and Rounds loves women. We love you all. We love all people.
You all. I love all people. All people everywhere. Everywhere. I love you.
I'm just gonna let this.
And my beard loves you too.
Do you have any more?
No, that's it.
Yeah.
I was just gonna let that
also,
one unfold.
Did you know? Also, that whole that sex scene with I forgot that lady's name. Oh my god, this character just came off so boring. I didn't care what their names was. Oh my god, this is like the whole sex scene was just so unnecessary, just overdone, just over.
What the one for the baby?
Yeah, it was just so blah. Like,
I believe her name is Cordelia.
Okay, Cordelia's and her husband's sex scene was just so melodramatic. It was just over dramatic like that. Like, okay, you're doing all this heavy breathing, and there's snakes everywhere, and then there's fire, and there's come on now, slow it down a bit. Don't go all this whole range of just going batshit.
I thought the snakes hatching from an egg was a cool touch for magic spell. I did think that.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Yeah, but I just didn't like that sex scene. It was just so. Oh, it's just so like over. It was exhausting. Like, it was just exhausting to watch. Like
American Horror Story from the creators of Glee.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I
that's right.
God damn it, and that's the reason why I did not watch the first season. Yeah, everybody tells me you got to watch the first season.
You do.
Like
you do.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and then
I'm just joking. I don't judge about for their Glee.
Yeah, and one thing about about her husband, which I don't like, is when when Cordelia and her husband were talking about playing God. Is like, so we're not playing God with magic. So you let the scientists play God? Are you serious? She just said she wasn't do it, then you force her into this whole magic thing, which is like.
I thought he made a good point. I thought that
he
was
made a good point, but. He made a good point, but it was kind of hackneyed at best. Like, dude, are you serious? She said she don't want to do it, but you say, "Oh,
you feel like he was pressuring her."
Yeah, because I felt like he was pressuring her that the whole time. You hear a dialogue too about her husband and her. Like, it was like he's kind of forcing her to have a child. Like, okay.
We already know that's how Johan would deal with the situation in life. Because we just learned he likes to beat women, so we know he would definitely pressure them into things.
Shut up, Todd.
As well.
God damn it, Todd.
He doesn't beat them. He uses a shotgun.
Yeah, see? Thank you, Isaiah. Thank you for correcting him.
Was that somehow better, Johan? Was that somehow better? Listen,
we're so much
back earlier in the episode, there was a really cool scene where Fiona, Jessica Lange, came in and she spit in the cops' cups, and when they had asked who's in charge here, and she's like, I'm in charge everywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
She's like, my name's Fiona so-and-so's, and I'm in charge everywhere.
Yeah, and that was really cool. That was a really cool scene right there with Jessica Lange just coming up so badass. Like, wow, that's so cool and so hot. And this one guy was very being forceful with his mind, which is kind of odd too. Like, so does he know she's a witch, or he has a strong will?
He just had a strong will, I think. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, it was. It's like, are you gonna kill this dude? Because
that makes me think more. Jessica Lange, when she says, "I'm in control of everything," I'm Fiona fucking Tarts, and I'm in control of everything. That to me says we really are going to get the big war. We're not going to get just a personal small war between these two factions. I think we're going to get something massive.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta. Witches have never been awesome. They've been okay.
Nope.
They've been, marketable to certain audiences, but they've
Like Harry
never
Potter.
had a mass appeal. Well, Harry Potter is not witches. Harry Potter's wizards. You know what I mean?
They just call the girls witches.
They're really it's very phallic. That's what their wand. Their wand is cock shaped.
Well, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Hey, there really is a difference.
But Harry Potter is for kids. There's a difference between like witches and the witches in Harry Potter. In Harry Potter, it's like magic. Yay, magic! And, in like witch lore, it's they sleep with the devil, and then they get their powers from demons and Satan and shit.
Like they have the opportunity to make witches a really awesome thing. Like, okay, I don't know how you guys felt about Hemlock Grove. I hated werewolves, and Hemlock Grove sold me on werewolves in the way that they do it. I was a big fan of Hemlock Grove. Isaiah, I don't think you liked it, right? I think I remember reading you didn't.
Isaiah, I thought I was gonna hate it, and Todd was like, "Yo, you gotta check this show out." Like, I thought I was gonna hate it too, but you gotta check it out, and I was sucked into it.
I don't know because
like that, like
I don't know because I'm seeing too many shows already, and I gotta deal with this already. Like, no, I'm gonna put that on my back burner.
Well,
shows
look,
to watch because I have too many shows to watch.
But I disagree with Todd in the whole thing that witches aren't cool. I just think they haven't chosen to put witches in the right context.
Well, exactly. I didn't necessarily say that they're not cool. I said that they haven't been cool. And the way the possibilities they're showing me here says that witches could be cool done the right way. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, yeah, like that, and plus, like, in like the Hellboy comics, Hellboy faces witches a lot, and the witches in the Hellboy comics always have these strange and interesting and crazy powers that they use to summon different, like, nether creatures and shit, like, almost like H.P. Lovecraftian type creatures and stuff like that, and like giant dragons and all this cool shit, like, and I wish they would do something a little more like that with witches. Instead of the whole
I hope we don't get any dragons. Instead of what stereotypical what?
Not dragons necessarily, but like almost like Lovecraftian type creatures,
Like Cthulhu in your beard.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we already got that. It's called Kyle. He's like a creature already. Like he came back to life, like a gator who killed those two hunters.
He's like a zombie, I guess, but I mean more like
that gator
shadow.
Scene was cool though, by the way. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it was cool. I just mean more like shadow creatures and stuff like that, right? I don't know.
We might get that on Halloween.
Yeah,
I'll be in for some shadow creatures.
Like,
yeah.
I want those monsters in the credits to be in this.
Yeah, that'd be cool too.
Yeah, which will never happen though, sadly. They always do that intro.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean,
how we don't call aliens on?
This season has the potential to be very good. I just hope it doesn't go the same route as the second season did, where it started off pretty damn good, but then it just went to shit. But like 8 episodes in, it just started going to shit.
Yeah. I'm trying to look for redemption for this series, because season 2 really just made me feel terrible.
And
awful.
And I even defended the whole alien plot in second season, because a lot of people were like, "Why the fuck are there aliens in this? That's freaking stupid." And I'm like, "But it kind of made sense though." Well, no, but it kind of made sense to me. I appreciated that because I used to be still am like a huge UFO buff, studying UFO sightings, alien abductions, all that crap.
Me too.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But so with that being said, everybody who grew up studying that stuff knows that that back in the 60s is when alien abduction first became a big phenomenon. So I thought that was pretty cool that they put that in the second season because it took place during the 60s.
Yeah,
well,
but how they use
I
it.
can contest that point, and just like Isaiah was about to say, I could tell how they used it was absolutely fucked. I mean, was that what you were going to say? Because that's what the words you started saying. I just added the fucked.
Yeah, how they used it was just awful, and how they did the payoff at the end was.
Oh.
Remember, it was two alien
Payoff.
plots.
It was no payoff. It was a
Oh.
pay in.
Exactly. It was.
That shit cost money. We ended that with a fucking deficit.
Isaiah,
Exactly.
I totally agree with you. The execution was god awful. All I was saying was is that I appreciated they put that little touch in there since it took place during the 60s.
But see,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
fair.
agree. I don't agree
find that's
that
fair.
UFOs started receiving popularity in the 60s. I think
No.
they,
I'm not saying. I didn't say UFOs. I said alien abductions. I didn't say UFOs.
alien abduction, UFOs, the whole extraterrestrial.
9 yards.
I'm pretty sure that the big craze started even earlier, like in the 30s or 40s.
Well,
But,
yeah,
I'm not positive.
Like sightings, but not abductions. Sightings, but not
Right,
abductions. Abductions didn't
Let's hope
start
we
becoming a big.
Oh, you know what? Let's look into this before next week's discussion.
Yeah.
So we can bring it back
I hope
up.
yeah. And I'm gonna say lastly that I hope the character development for all the characters become more interesting the second season, because the second season characters were good and then it just dropped off so fast. It was funny because the only person who was actually great was the lady of death. Like I forgot her Angel of Death. She was my favorite.
Yes,
whole
Frances
cast.
Conroy.
She was my favorite. Right, she was my favorite next to
She-
Jude and Kit at the end.
She was in this one. Did you notice her in that first episode? She's the crazy lady on the bus, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
man,
It
it's
was
just
on
how
the
he-
bus. It was on the
Yeah.
bus when the girl was on her way to the school after she sexed her boyfriend to death.
Oh yeah. Okay, it's got because these characters change so much, it gets very confusing. Which character is who now and then? It's like it's getting confusing a little bit. Like I kind of wish they stuck to the horror story. I mean, stuck to the horror house thing a little bit longer than switching over to the asylum, because it kind of gets a little bit. Okay,
I agree.
If someone came to this.
And really,
I would
how
say if
many
someone
other?
came to- yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry, Isaiah. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go.
Yes, you did.
I would say really quickly that it should have stuck with like a horror house for 2 more seasons, then go into something different. But you go ahead, Johan.
Oh, I was just gonna say that. I don't really know how many other routes they can go with after this season. I mean, the first season, I mean, honestly, the only other logical route I could see them going in next season would be vampires and werewolves.
Nope. They're not going to be doing vampires and werewolves.
They already said that?
Yes, at least not for a very, very long time.
Good. I hope they don't.
Thank you, God.
We're probably looking
This true
season
that sucks.
5 or 6 would be your earliest possible vampire or werewolf sighting. I would see next
If they last that
season
long.
to be like a Michael Myers type of deal. You know what I'm saying?
But
like,
they already kind of did that
Yeah,
in
they did.
season 2
with
Yeah,
bloody
with
face,
bloody
but they
face.
didn't do it. They didn't do it right, and they did it.
No, they did it
You can't
horrible.
include anything because they did Nazi mad. I'm not going over the list. But they did too many fucking different
Yeah,
things,
right.
and the serial killer. I'm not even sure any of that was real. All right, maybe it all was delusions in people's brains.
Right.
Delusions in the
Only
brains of
those
the
that-
writers.
Yeah, I don't
Right.
know. I think that that would be the next logical step, like a slasher type horror scenario. But
Yeah, but that's gonna get tiring though, real quick. Like, oh wow, it's horror slasher thing. Oh,
And we're
watch
getting
Hannibal
zombies
Yeah.
this year.
what?
Yay, zombies.
Yeah,
we're getting zombies,
yay,
so-
zombie.
And we're getting
exactly.
a Frankenstein. So basically it's like this. Season 1 was supernatural, ghostly. Season 2
Yeah.
was
with everyone
more
in
like
place.
human kind of monster stuff. Like whether it was craziness, whether it was serial killer or a mad scientist experimenting on people.
Well, then
it
you
was
had
kind
that
of
whole
humans.
demon
Wait,
thing.
and well, yeah, there was that was too, but it was possessing a human. I don't know. Now this year it seems like monster is more of a theme. I think. I don't know. I don't know. I can't pull a theme with this show now that I fucking try to think
Yeah.
about it.
And they did a bit of a nod to like slasher movies too back in season 2 with the whole Santa Claus killer. That was clearly a nod to Silent Night, Deadly Night.
That was my favorite.
Yeah,
That was my
yeah.
real favorite
That
episode.
was a good episode. But that was clearly a nod to Silent Night, Deadly Night.
I do think Ian McShane's scenes were definitely sullied by his inability to use the word cocksucker. frequently.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
his scenes
the
were
follow-up
definitely
was awful,
dampened.
That was
Huh?
a pretty.
The
That
follow-up
was
was awful though after that episode.
Yeah. But I don't know. I really don't know where they're gonna go with the show after this season.
Yeah, it's just they keep. I don't know. It's really iffy, very iffy.
Yeah, and that's what it certainly seems like right now. I wish they didn't do so much stuff in the second season, because that's the problem. They were trying to cram so much stuff into the second season, is that they just, they didn't focus on what they should have, in that
Right.
season. Like they just kept going off on these obscure tangents.
I don't know.
pretty much
They
ended
either did a
pointless.
great job or a terrible job, because we're still talking about it in season 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you guys have any other things you want to talk about with this episode? Because I don't know where they're going to go next season, but I definitely have some ideas as to where they're going to go this season, and I know where I'm going to go in about 4 to 5 minutes. That's going to be right back to Los Santos and then to bed.
The White Witch is a good singer. There's a reference. To
they're gonna bring Nikki. They're gonna bring what's her face? Nikki Sticks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or Nikki Sticks. They're gonna bring her
No,
into
that's
the
not
season.
her name. That's not her name. Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks. I don't know why I said Nikki Sticks.
I just got to do that. That was kind of cool.
Nikki
That was
Sticks.
kind of cool. Where they did that. I wonder if they really would make her a witch.
Sorry to all you hippies out there who love Stevie Nicks. For
The views of Johann Phillips do not represent Geeks of the Round or humanity as a whole. If you
exactly
are offended by the words of Johann Phillips, you are probably a decent human being. If you relate with Johann Phillips, you are probably worthy of a spanking.
Yes, and we are sorry for everything he does. We are sorry.
I'm not sorry.
I'm not sorry.
Well, not Todd. Todd's never sorry. Never should. I'm just one black guy in the middle.
You're in a fat hair sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oddly enough.
You got fat hairy cheeks.
Well, you know what? We wouldn't have it any other way. Damn it.
But
I know.
I honestly don't have any wild speculations or anything. I don't have any. I really don't. None beyond what we said. Although I did read a report, Bruce Campbell is going to be joining this season.
Oh, stop playing with my emotions.
Oh
Todd.
God, no! Don't say that to Johan. Don't give up.
Stop playing with my emotions, Todd.
He knows he's sensitive. He might cry over there.
I almost did.
What were you gonna say?
You were. Oh yeah, sorry.
No, what were you gonna say before I Bruce Campbell do? Someone was gonna say something. I interrupted somebody.
I was just gonna say, yeah, nice try, Todd. You were expecting me to be like, oh my God, really? Fuck you, Todd.
I wasn't expecting you to be excited. I was expecting you to be angry for about 2 minutes afterwards. I won. So what else you guys got? Anything else you want to talk about in this episode? I mean, I know we did jump over a whole lot of things, but everybody saw the damn episode, you know? So
I would, at the end of everything, I would pretty much sleep with Jessica Lange. I'm saying it now. I pretty much would sleep with her.
Yeah, well, she just seems a little too wrinkly to me. Hey, go for it, dude. But I'm just, I don't know. She seems maybe if I was drunk, I'd rather
do Joan Rivers.
Yeah.
She has much tighter skin.
Yeah. She's just a little too wrinkly for me.
Hey.
No, I was finding her kind of attractive at first, but then like the wrinkles started setting in, and I was like,
Hey, I don't care. She has a sexy voice.
Hey, go for it, dude. All the power to you.
I'm just gonna let you guys. I'm gonna be gentlemanly, and I'm gonna step out of this fight and let you two fight for her. Go for it. Obviously, you're both better men than I am.
I'm not trying to fight for her. I was just saying that I don't find her that attractive because of the wrinkles. But hey, if Isaiah wants to get up in there,
once again,
all
the
power
views of
to you,
Johan
brother.
Phillips are not represented by Geeks of the Round or any of the affiliates of Geeks of the Round.
But hey, if Isaiah wants to get up in that, all the power to you, brother.
Okay, we're gonna end this now before it gets too long, and we all might get sued for something we didn't do.
Thank you guys for joining, and we're off for the rest of the week. There's no more discussions on Geeks of the Round for the rest of the week. The next one will be Monday, Deano Jackson's Walking Dead discussion, and then Tuesday we will be doing a discussion of The Blacklist. Wednesday is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and Thursday is American Horror Story.
Yes.
Check your local cable providers for times, and I have nothing.
Or you could
Keep
just
it
ask,
frosty.
or you could just ask my beard. My beard knows all.
Yeah, that too. Tell me, keep it frosty. Or keep it warm.
Johan's beard is Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Oh, great and powerful.
Yep.
Beard, Cthulhu.
I wonder if Cthulhu would become like a popular Japanese porn star.
I've heard that before. Yeah.
Okay, folks, we'll see you. We'll see you next week.
See you guys again.
I just had one other thing to add about this show too.
Oh,
I think that would be really cool. No, I think that would be great if the next season they delved into Lovecraftian horror. That would be amazing.
I'd agree with that.
I would give this show so much respect and put it on my list of favorite shows if next season they delved into like a Lovecraftian type of horror setting. Then,
but you know what? I think they missed their mark with that because I think Lovecraftian stuff would have been better dealt with in an asylum. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, I totally agree with that, and that's what pissed me off the most about the second season. Here's a perfect opportunity to provide some type of Lovecraftian horror, and they just completely squandered it, and that pissed me off the most about season 2.
You're pissing Isaiah off. He wants to punch you in the genitalia.
I'm sorry, Isaiah.
I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing.
But
that's Todd talking, not me.
The views of Todd Grundle do not represent Isaiah Mullins.
But okay, well, I do apologize to. But yeah. But anyway, that's all I. But anyway, that's all I wanted. That's all I wanted to say is that I hope next season they decide to go Lovecraftian route. That's all.
All right, I would agree with that, and we're gonna get out of here. And I just want to say, everybody, Johan is very, very sorry. We'll see you again next week.